Kelly goes behind the scenes part 2 of the operations and television side of staging a major pickleball event at a top tennis stadium.
The main thing that you have to have is professional tournament staff to get it going, and Melissa and her team with pickleball tournaments. Volunteers, I can't say enough about volunteers. You need volunteers in every aspect, from check-in all the way to your event desk staff. You need your referees out there on the courts making sure everything is going seamlessly. It's amazing how many of these volunteers show up. They just want to be a part. They want to be a part of the experience. And usually at the end of a tournament like this, they're like, when's your next one?
We have 80 high school students that signed up. I'm a former teacher, so I love working with the kids again. And we have 60 adult volunteers that signed up, and majority of them are from our Delray Beach Pickleball Club.
There are a lot of operational things that go on behind the scenes that many of the public and the players do not see. Part of my duties is to be able to recruit referees for a tournament like this. I work in concert with my referee coordinator to ensure that we have enough referees, particularly certified referees, to cover the pro side. As you know, we referee every single pro match. And then we have our level 1s and level 2s who can assist us with a lot of the skill level matches. So it's a challenge oftentimes, depending on which part of the country you are, to get enough referees to cover even the pros and to cover the amateurs.
So with the APB tour, you're on the broadcast team. Are you covering the entire tour? Tell us a little bit more about what you're covering.
Well, that's a very good question. I thought this one would be a great chance to see how the team works, how much I like, sitting in a chair for 7-8 hours straight. It's always something. It's been a labor of love before, but I was often just doing it on my own accord and having fun with it. Using a couple of 4-letter words, which I don't get to use much when it's actually a serious gig. So I think it's a great start. I'm enjoying myself so far. Delray Beach is fantastic. So it's a step in the right direction, and I'm sure I'll be back on the call again soon.
How did you find pickleball? What got you involved in doing pickleball?
Oh, that's a crazy story. So I didn't know anything about pickleball. I do packaging for all different networks and all different sports, and I became a lot of a niche sport guy besides all the conventional ball sports that we do. And I got a phone call from Terry Graham from the U.S. Open, just a random phone call because I do CBS Sports Network jet ski racing, which is pro watercross, in Naples, Florida. So Naples gave him my number. Terry called me, asked me how did she get her product on TV. She said pickleball, and I'm like, this is 5 years ago. I didn't know anything about pickleball. I'm like, all right. Well, I gave her some insight, and probably an hour and a half later into the call, she says, you're hired. And I'm like, well, wait a second here. I don't even know what we're doing. What's pickleball? So she had me go and venture down and play pickleball, and it was an incredible experience. It's a long story, but a very, very incredible experience, and I fell in love with the game. And for 5 years now, I owe it to the girls at the U.S. Open, one of my favorite clients in the world, and that's what we've been doing. Now we've been doing pickleball.
So you're not competing in this tournament, and the question has been around the pickleball tournament world, when is Morgan Evans coming back to compete on the pro circuit?
Well, it's actually only a few weeks from now. I'll compete in Newport, and then I'll be at the US Open at the end of April. So I'm getting back out there, and it's been fun to play again, practice with some of my peers, and played a bunch of games this morning. I'm excited about getting back in.
How's the game? How is the game?
I'd say if I was to, as an outsider looking in, give it a B+, maybe an A- with a good day, with the wind. But no, it's one of those things. It's like riding a bike to a certain extent, as long as you remember that the road changes quite a lot, and you have to be ready to steer in a new direction.
just coming off practice here at the Delray Beach Stadium court. So welcome to Delray Beach, and what do you think about playing in a big stadium?
I tell you, I walked in and it reminded me a little bit of U.S. Nationals 2019. You know, the stadium's amazing. The vibe here when I walked into the court and there's even nobody in the stands is amazing. You know, the beautiful weather. You know, we just came from Utah where it was snowing on the last stop. So this is a really nice change for us.
How's that going to change? Because a lot of the pros are coming in from the cold weather and the rain and so forth. You fly in here and now you get South Florida, you're going to battle the heat. So what's the difference going to be for you in your strategy?
Well, you know, I always play well in warmer conditions. You know, I think the majority of pickleball is played in these types of conditions, so the ball is just that little bit softer, which really suits my game. I'm a very patient percentage playing player, but you know, definitely for me, this is something that I really look forward to. You know, the energy in a stadium like this and the warmth is something that I love.
It'll be fun. Now, who are you playing with? Are you playing mixed and men's doubles both?
I am. I'm playing men's doubles with Deckel Barr, and I'm going to play mixed with a fellow Canadian, Catherine Ferranto.
Sounds great. We look forward to seeing you out here, and it's going to be a lot of a fun tournament in Delray Beach.
Inside World Pickleball Show on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Kolter Homes, home of World Pickleball Open. Get pickling by North Point Bank. One loan, one low rate, and a home that's uniquely yours. The Brandt Team. And by Engage Pickleball, because I win with it.